After swearing in, within a week, within the first week I met him. It was just an initial meeting, and I told him my plans, what I was going to do. And the subsequent meetings, I came up with my proposals for the unit, the name of the unit and the structure. And also I suggested to him that he should give me a budget on a pro rata basis, because as you may be aware, the MOU is a 5-year plan. So since half year is gone, I suggested that he gives me a budget on a pro rata basis for me to work on from July right up to the end of the year. And my proposal for the budget was on the 4 areas that was agreed upon in the MOU. And he agreed to give me a budget, but that never materialized. And I kept on having meetings with him the whole of July, August, during the Ramadan month. And during these periods were the time when the demolition of a temple in Kuala Lumpur took place. And I went to him and I told him, basically, look, they can't, Wilayah minister cannot issue a demolition order for the temple because it is going against what was agreed upon between Hindraf and the government. It will look bad on the government. And he subsequently arranged meetings with some ministers. A number of ministers came in the meeting, and we had a discussion on how to go about implementing the various provisions in the MOU. Obviously, the ministers did not understand the contents of the MOU. They do not comprehend the true problems of the Indian community in this country. And it came out very clearly in that discussion. It took place for about an hour. It came out very clear. There was no conclusion, and the Prime Minister said that he would arrange another meeting with the ministers concerned, which never materialized after that. And from August right up to December, I was pushing for 3 areas, 3 major areas. One is for the naming of the unit and the necessary structure. 2, pro rata budget for the remaining months of the year. 3, budget for the year 2014. So these were the meetings that took place. And I was not heading anywhere with regards to the budget for the year 2013. He kept delaying on the naming of the unit and the structure needed. We had a big structure, a proper structure. He, at some point of time around November, he said, he can't agree with the structure because it's too big. And way back in November, these are the things that people do not know, which I think I should tell the public now, that in October, after all the discussions, up to October, I think I had about 12 meetings with him. And in the 12 meetings, I realized he was not moving forward. Every time we go into a meeting, we talk about the same thing over and over again. I leave the room. He will assure me that he will move on things. He will get the Chief Secretary to the government to set up the unit. But when I leave the room, everything is forgotten. I write letters to him to remind him on what was discussed. I send it to his office to remind him. Nothing moves. So I keep coming back and forth with the same things. So in October, end of October, I actually gave him a letter that I was going on no pay leave until he makes a decision, and that if he doesn't come up with a decision, I will be resigning in November. Towards the end, we had our Hindraf meeting, 7th year anniversary, 7th year rally anniversary on the 24th of November. On the 22nd, he called, had a discussions. Again, this time around, we agreed to something on a minimum scale basis. So he agreed to a smaller unit, meaning we will start small, not smaller unit, meaning we will start small first and then we will develop the unit as it goes by. And the budget was agreed for the year 2014 was agreed at 750 million for the various projects, mainly for crime prevention and correction programs, self-employment programs for single mothers, unemployed youths in jeopardy, microcredit program, small business loans, improvement program for educational performance of Indian youths, Tamil primary schools location, relocation and upgrade, university level scholarships for the displaced estate workers' children, skills training program, temple burial grounds and land on related items, and the first year allocation towards achieving Indian equity target of 3%. He agreed to 750 million, and that I was satisfied with his assurance, and he said that he will move, he will make sure that I get the necessary budget within the next few weeks by year end, and also that he will name the unit within the next few days. Next few days went into next few weeks, and I kept sending letters to him. Nothing happened. So in January I met him again, and I've been pushing the whole of January, and in the subsequent meetings in January I realized that, you know, that there was no political will to move forward the agenda of the Indian poor. There was no political will to honor the promises. So I had no choice. I told him that I'm here for a purpose. I don't intend to sit on the position just for the sake of being in the position, and the position doesn't mean anything to me if I'm not able to deliver the promises that the Barisan National Government made to the Indian poor and underclass community. So I left.